Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of our build. So what we're looking at here is a diorama top view of a split scene from a tank factory and to the eastern front. So this is basically the Wittman S04. So this is a Academy 95, if I'm not mistaken, 95 kit. So this is a full internal kit, which was, wow, an amazing adventure for me, because before attacking the kit I had to read up on a couple of issues on the kit, which was, first of all, the parts on the whole tank were basically just a couple of missing pieces, or it lacked the additional parts. So basically we'll go through that later on. So the dio, okay, everyone, on Facebook, I've got a couple of PMs like, what made me do the diorama, east of the eastern front and a split scene for the tank factory. So basically I'm more of an Ace fan, so I looked up Michael Wittman, which everyone who knows Michael Wittman knows how he is as a tank commander and as a as a leader. So I kind of went for the early version, which was the S04. Sad story about this was, they encountered so much against the Russians that they had, even if Wittman took out so much of their tanks, they had a hard time pushing through. The Russians stood on the ground. So and then on the other side of the world is your tank factory. So since this is a full internal tank, I wanted to showcase a piece or a bit of the tank. So what I did was an open section of the engine where mechanics are working on it, and then I'll be adding more details tomorrow on the factory, like windows, the doors, cleanups on the walls and everything, and maybe some factory markings. I need to find more detailed interiors of the factory, but I was able to scratch build the beams on the section, also sculpt the tree. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can sculpt. My goodness, it took me a while to learn, crash course on trees. So and then I had to look at the beams also in the factory. So if this is a top view, so you can't actually see the whole thing. So and also I am not in my workbench. I am inside my hobby room. I usually work outside, but taking a video and listening to dogs bark is not good. So continuing, so I'm about halfway, I guess, on the dio. I still need to fix up a couple of details in the figures. The tank is okay. I was able to fix a couple of stuff. Big thanks to Grey Wolf and Sir Albert Labrador and Panzermeister. Yeah, I mean, like the effects I learned from that guy was, beyond. I usually work with planes and other mechs, but the tank is sort of a big leap again. I built armors, but not to the teeth like this. So this is me sharing an experience actually. So it's not more of like the whole build process of what I did. It's more of like the whole stages of what this tank went through and what I went through. So anyways, so I'll pull out the figures and leave the tank. So just give me a moment to remove some parts, tidbits here and there. Excuse me, Michael. Okay. So I'll leave the covers. Oh yeah, also I was not able to use the air duct, the air filters anymore since I'm opening this the section of the engine. So yeah. So okay, carefully move that because this is a very, very, very hard kit. Okay, so right now, discussing to you the details I added on the tank. So first of all, thank you again, Sir Albert, for the track racks on the side. So he gave me a couple of hints and tips on the details on that. I may have miscalculated or maybe overdid, but it's right there. So also on the research that my cousin Raf sent me, he went to Bovington, so he actually took a picture of the tank 131. So that was enough for me to say that I the details that he sent over was fascinating, because I think having to see a tiger when he visited Bovington was like amazing. So reading up on the Academy Tiger, I learned a couple of things, like there were a couple of missing, or the details were not really too up to date, unlike today when Meng and Takom came into the picture and everything changed. So what I did was like I added a couple of like magazine stowages and everything inside. I even put an extra shell to simulate like it fired, and then a couple of valves, and then also the seats were I kind of repositioned them. So moving forward, slowly taking off the cover. Okay, so this is the whole setup of the Tiger. When I started with the build on this kit, basically it was bare. I mean, even when I was starting halfway on the build, I was saying like it missed a couple of pieces. That's where I started to read up again, and then I found out that people added details to it. So going to Sir Albert also, he showed me a couple of pictures of tanks, even the track sags and everything. So he helped me out a lot. Also Grey Wolf, Glenn, he is an amazing builder. He's like, I can say he's like the Pinoy version of Panzermeister. Big shout out to Glenn. So anyways, moving forward, I added copper tubes in the engine so that if you open the whole hull, it can be seen, but right from this view, it's just right there sticking inside. So I had to add those, and then I opened up the battery so that when you open up the case or show the interiors, it can be seen. And then if you look deep inside there are a couple of wires also, and on the radios I added a couple of wires for added detail, which I know won't be seen once I enclose this on glass. Thank you. Yes, and then also I added a couple of ammo racks underneath, which again won't be seen. Thank you. So this was a fun build actually, learning new things to look at or watch out for. even the primer colors I had to learn, and then add those little chalk thing, the chalk markings for adjustments on the Tiger and the factory also there. So what I'm gonna do next is maybe find a decent Tiger kit, or maybe re-challenge myself again on another Candy Me. We'll see. You know, basically right now I'm still halfway on my dio. I still need to, the factory needs a lot of work. I need to dirty up the place, put some oil stains. Yeah, again, you know, also, yeah, there are a couple of notes I took from Sir Albert, like the cables here, also the sags on the tracks again, and then we discussed about, you know, different Tiger setups, or different drivers when they have you know, different schemes also. Well, the difficult part on my end is I don't usually go for the accuracy, but now it's a whole due process of what I have gone through to get to where this Tiger is now. So basically this is a preliminary video of what the Tiger 1 will come out just before September 10, because this is actually an entry for Otaco. So Otaco May 2021 Modelers Cup. So I'm hoping and praying that I make it to, you know, I'm not wishing to place, not at all. My God, I've seen entries, I've seen people who build like way better. You know, I'm just here to showcase that I can roll with the dice, with, you know, best of the best, you know, just have fun. So for now, I'm gonna share some couple of clips, videos, or maybe I don't, a couple of shots from day 1 to the end of the construction of the Tiger, and then step by step on how I did my diorama from the so-called white pixie dust I used for the snow. Yeah, big shout out to Sir Desi. I mean, if I didn't PM you or talked about how to do the snow, I wouldn't have done that. So yeah, basically big shout out Sir Desi. Yeah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting my page also. So yeah, you know, share, have fun, happy building.